So let me ask you my second question, Yayha. But before I move to my second question, I want everyone to remember, it is absolutely okay when the meanings of the words which Allah is revealing is different from one another, or which has been claimed to be revealed different from one another. It is apparently, according to Muslims, it is absolutely fine. So, Yayha, Surah 44 verse 43. Surah 44 verse 43. Can you read that for me? I'll take it. Surah 44 verse 43.
No, outside we're upstairs. And then you can actually see
Verse number 43.
44 verse 43. Maybe ideally read it from verse 42, 44, so you get the context. I think I lost my wallet.
Your what?
I think I lost my wallet.
Wallet?
Yeah.
I just brought this young lady over.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, ma'am. I'll have a chat with you after I finish. Yeah. Surah, no, it's supposed to be in my shoe, but it's not that.
43.
Surah 44 verse 43.
Yeah.
Read it from verse 40 to get the context of it, okay?
It says, verily the day of a judgment will be the judge between the creator of time appointed for all of them. That day when the Mawla, near relative, cannot avail, or Mawla, an oath, and no help can they receive. إلا من رحم الله إنه هو العزيز الرحيم. Except him whom Allah has mercy, verily he is almighty and most merciful.
Okay, continue.
So the thing is, what they are doing now.
Verily the tree of Zakkum will be the food for the sinner.
Okay, so what is the tree of Zakkum for? According to this verse.
The tree of Zakkum is a tree and hellfire
For whom?
for the sinner
For the sinner.
that they will eat from it.
Okay, so it's interesting that you identify that tree for sinner because you are reading from the Hafs Quran. Let me tell you what Tabari is telling us. Okay, Arabic is here. Do you want to read the Arabic for us?
As I said, حدثني أبو السائب قال ثنى أبو معاوية عن الأعمش عن إبراهيم عن همام. So you can see here.
No, just read it first.
The story is from one to another. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it comes to Tabari. Tabari, we know that he come maybe around 700 years after the Prophet's death. So this is what I'm saying. When you rely on hadith, let me finish.
I'm going to ask you to critique the source after you read it to me. First, you read it and then see what it says, and then we discuss if you want to critique the source, it's absolutely fine. By the way, Tabari is 900s.
الطبري said قال كان أبو الدراء يقرأ رجلا إن شجرة الزقوم طعام الأسيل قال فجعل الرجل يقول إن شجرة الزقوم طعام اليتيم. And it's obvious that شجرة الزقوم is not the food for the orphan because the orphan is not a sinner.
So in the Arabic, does it say, is this tree for orphan? What does in Arabic say?
What it says that the tree of Zakkum is the food for the orphan.
Okay, that's in Arabic.
It's obvious that it's wrong, because in another verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala...
That's
told-
fine. Yeah. First, let's finish what it all says, and then you will have time to respond. So, Tabari tells us, tree of Zakkum is for orphan. What else does Tabari say?
Yeah, then when Abu Darda, he insists on him, and he sees that he does not understand, said the tree of Zakkum is the food for the sinner, al-fajir, the one who rejects the belief.
Okay. So, let me just summarize what you read in Arabic.
Okay, can you
Please
read it in English so I can...
Okay, I read to you in English, and then if it is wrong, just correct me. According...
It is wrong. Anyway, it's wrong.
No, translation first. Let's deal with the translation. Okay? Abu al-Darba was teaching a man how to read. I'm not going to read the Arabic, I'll read the English one. The tree of Zakkum is the food for the sinner. But the man again and again read it as tree of Zakkum is the food of the orphan. Abu Darba realized that he did not understand, so he taught him the tree of Zakkum is the foot of the wicked. Is that correct translation almost?
It is correct.
Okay, so now Tabari is talking about, Tabari is telling us there are the people who heard that Surah 44 verse 43 to 44, Surah 44 verse 42 to 44, in certain traditions it has been heard that the tree of Zakkum is for orphan, yet he kind of put it down as the tree of Zakkum is for the sinners, correct?
Yeah. And Abu Darda, he told the guy that what he reading is wrong, and he can, as he insists on the guy, he find him that he have no understanding of what he's saying. So he correct him many times, and this goes along with
I
the
find that's
Quran
very
itself.
amazing. I find that's very amazing. So how did you, what is your sources for that?
The sources is the Quran itself.
Okay,
Because Allah
let's
subhanahu wa
open it.
ta'ala, وَلَإِنَّ شَجَرَةَ
Let's open the
الزَّقُّومِ.
Quran.
I'm trying to tell you, in another place, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about the tree of Zakkum that is the food for the sinner. طلعوها كأنه رؤوس الشياطين. I don't know where exactly it is, and it talks that they will, it will be the food for the sinner who are in hellfire.
So I hear what you are saying, okay?
Good.
But the point I'm trying to make is something very different, Yayha. I am not asking what is it in the current Quran now. I am saying early Muslims were talking about this verse is being revealed in different words. Tree of Zakkum is for orphans, or tree of Zakkum for sinners. What did Muhammad at the first place revealed? How confident you are that Hafs, who has been identified as a liar, is correct in this occasion when identifies the tree of Zakkum as for sinners?
We are talking here that Abu Darda and hadith is from
Tabari.
Tabari is correcting the guy, and Islam does not rely on a recitation of one man who recite wrong, because.
But you already told me there are a couple of people who were already narrating this.
This is the correction of this hadith about the man who's reciting it in the wrong way. So it doesn't make it wrong if one man recited wrong and the other one are correcting him. You got what I
am hearing what you are saying, and I am strongly disagreeing what you are saying. Sir, we read it from the Quran. I am sorry you were not here when we read it from the Quran. So we are comparing today's Quran with Islamic tradition. Islamic tradition tells us tree of Zakkum is for orphans, and then you've got another tradition tells us tree of Zakkum is for sinners. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
Which one is actually really true?
Okay.
That's my question.
Shajarat Zakkum reference, you can find it in chapter 4, verse 48, chapter 4, 98, chapter 4, 48, chapter 4, 98. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about this tree, that it will be the food for the people of hellfire. It will be bad tree, and it look very bad as well, like
Taste. It will taste very bad.
no, it will taste and look very, very bad for the sinner who will be in hellfire.
So, I am grateful that you thought it was necessary to tell people what the Zakkum tree is all about. But you are failing to engage with the tradition I am bringing forth. Let me bring the tradition once again. Tabari is telling us, listen what Mr. Tabari is telling us.
Can I conclude?
No, I am speaking right now, Yayha. Yayha, please.
Tabari narrating a hadith about
Let
a
him
man
speak.
who recites the verse and said the tree of Zakkum is for the orphan. Then
Yes.
Abu Darda, he correct him. He told him this for the wicked sinner, and that's it. And it's finished. I don't know what's going on and on and on, and it's clear.
I know what's going on and on and on. So you don't know what's going on and on and on.
I just
I know
explained
what's
to
going
you.
on and on.
Yeah,
We've got Tabari
you know.
verses, al-Darda. Which one is correct? What they heard from Muhammad at the first place, what's supposed to be in the Quran at the first place? That is a big question mark for Mr. Muslims who are denying their own tradition. Bottom line is this. Surah 44 verse 42 to 44. One tradition tells us this tree is for orphans. Other tradition tells us this tree is for the sinners. Very basic question is, what's supposed to be at the first place? What was revealed? Orphans are very different. Orphans are the people whose family is dead. But sinners are the one who sin against God and who sin against one another. Even Islamic definition and biblical definition of the sinner is very different. But in this occasion, let's go with the general principle. That was my second example. And I believe I made a point that we cannot trust today's Quran just looking at the Islamic tradition. Let me move on to my next question. This linked with Arabic. I am sure you will be willing to share your expertise with us on this, Yayha.